Here it is. Here is where you're holding it.
Oh, fuck.
Breathe.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Josh Mason here, your #1 detox and health coach and spiritual guru. Imagine I started every video like that. I'd have 0 subscribers. So, what you just saw there was a little clip from my session with TOBE Hanson from TOBEHanson.com, Hanson Muscle Therapy. He works in Pleasanton, California, and he works miracles on people's bodies, okay? He believes that everything is stress-based and muscle tension, and mostly everything. And my long story short with my back injury and my recovery story, I'll post that long story at some later juncture. I want to make a full-on back injury video with all of the things that I've done, but I'm not quite at 100% yet, so I'm waiting for 95, 100% before I release that video. But long story short, I went 14 months without being able to sit in a chair after a skateboarding accident. Most likely it was years of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that was most of the culprit, and then the skateboarding accident was just the final straw. But after one visit with this man, literally one visit, it was a half-hour visit, I was able to sit again for, at first, 45 minutes, a week later, a couple hours, and now I can sit for many hours a day. So this man works miracles. He works with all of the local teams, the 49ers, the San Jose Sharks, and any team that is requiring, if they're in the playoffs or if they need their players to be at the best of their game, they call this guy. Okay, he'll literally recently during the playoffs, he just had to cancel his appointments and go out to help the Sharks while they were in the playoffs. So he's in high demand. He's fully booked for weeks in advance. I want you to check out our session that we did together. I want to drum up some interest before I release our amazing interview that we did together. That interview I will post in the info description as soon as it's released. It's probably going to come out a couple of days after I release this video. And yeah, I'm very grateful for this man. I want to spread the word for him. I want to deliver the best quality health content to my YouTube audience. I want to constantly be feeding you and giving you guys all of the stuff that I do and I seek for my own health and my own well-being. So I'll leave you to it. Alrighty. Peace.
So you want to repeat that then?
Yeah.
You said
sacroiliac joint. My discs are amazing. My disc is amazing. My sacroiliac joint on the right side is acting up and constantly getting inflamed from either muscle that's tight or walking a certain way. The orthotics changed it and took me to an amazing place. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, 2 months later, I dipped down again.
And this is what, a sacral belt that you have on?
Yeah.
And why don't you have the breathing belt on instead?
The breathing belt is for only 20 to 30 minute increments at a time. It's
Did he say that?
Day. Yeah.
I slept with it a whole night.
Did you?
Time. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you could use it all the time.
Okay.
I maybe I'm wrong. Okay. But anyway, so the fact is now, this pain in here, is it there all the time?
90% of it, 95% of the time.
When is it not there?
When I wake up first thing in the morning after having been relaxed for a whole night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any time of the day, for example, were you aware of this pain in the middle of the interview?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm in flow. I'm doing my mission.
Okay. So did the pain go away or your mind go to a different place?
Mine went to a different place.
So the key is that you need to learn how to be in flow and be in that place all the time. Uh-huh. When you brush your teeth, when you walk. I think your mind is constantly thinking what's next.
And gripping.
And what happened then is that you're not at peace with this moment. Mm-hmm. So the key is, I sense with you an urgency. I sense that you still have that thing that you feel like you're running out of time or something. Mm-hmm. What's the urgency about?
We're running out of time.
But for what? I mean, this is the ego talking right now. Yeah. Now, I don't know what you believe in, God or higher consciousness or spirit or whatever, but do you believe things happen for a reason or randomly out of chance?
For a reason.
If things happen for a reason, how could you possibly run out of time? Mm-hmm. How could you possibly not do what you're supposed to do if things happen for a reason? Mm-hmm. That's where you have to stop. You have this idea of all the things in here you want to do, which is great. I have that too. My wife calls that my curse. I come up with new ideas, new books, things I want to do, projects all the time. And it's a blessing, but it could be a curse, because you start thinking, what if I don't get all this out? And what if this doesn't come out? What if I don't finish this? What if I do this? What if I don't get this? And all this time is, when you get to that spot, you start thinking like, I'm running out of time, I'm not going to get everything done. And so now you can't walk from here to the car in peace, you can't sit down in peace, you can't brush your teeth in peace, but then you do something where you get into flow and you don't feel the pain. Because in flow there's no concept of time anymore. You're not in that spot anymore, oh, I'm running behind, I got to finish up, I'm going to get this place, I got to finish this, or what about this, I got to do this. No. Everything that's supposed to happen will happen when it's supposed to happen, if it's supposed to happen. That has to become a mantra for you. It's not going to make you lazy. You can't be lazy. You have so many ideas. But some things takes longer to happen than you think. And some things is just ideas. You just have to trust that this is going to come out. Because it's not the end destination when you finish all those ideas. It's the step you take right now in the journey. All the planning, all the doing is for one person, for one purpose, to find peace of mind in this moment right now. Every time you feel this, I don't think you have peace of mind. And every time you feel this, I don't think you're breathing from here. And so you lose your awareness of this present moment, and you're not consciously aware of breath. The Buddhists call it awareness of breath, AOB. Awareness of breath in every moment of every day. So let's take your shoes off. See, you know that I could work on it so the pain goes away, but you have such a high level of consciousness right now that this pain here is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. It's the red light on the dashboard telling you running out of gas. It's telling you, hey, right now you're not in the zone. Hey, right now your mind is ahead of your body. Hey, right now you worry about not finishing everything, or not getting done, or running out of time, or not reaching your full potential, or whatever pops into your head. But you already are your full potential. In spirit. Do you see what I'm saying?
The reason I came today is because I've been putting so much effort and intention on my breath and stretching, and it feels like I'm like so tight that I can't do it myself. Does that, or is that an illusion?
I think that's an illusion.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you're almost getting out to where you obsess. See, I have people that says, for example, I love yoga. I feel great when I do yoga. I said, but yoga is life in a microcosm. You're supposed to, do you see what I'm saying? You're supposed to find that peace in every moment. Everything you do, this is a stretch right now. How can you breathe and be here right now? You know? And so you could be perfect in your yoga class, you could be perfect when you stretch, when you wear the breathing belt, but what about being like that all the time? So I think you should just go with wearing the breathing belt for like 2 days in a row. Sleep with it, the whole thing. Just take it off when you shower. Get to that point where you're aware of the breathing all the time. Okay? So what I know you and I've talked before about all the ideas. And I know how many ideas you have in here. And I know your biggest stress is how I'm going to make all this happen. And how fast can I make all this happen? You know? So right now, let's come back here. Arch back here. Any pain here?
No.
Any pain here?
No.
Any pain here?
No.
So these are all movements. Any pain here?
No.
Okay. Any pain here?
No.
Okay, bend forward, touch your toes. Any pain here?
No.
Okay. Any pain here?
No.
Any pain here?
No.
Good. All right. Turn around so you face me. Come a little closer. It's always on the right side, though. Is that
Yes,
right?
always.
Stand on your right side, on your right foot. Kick the left foot, bend forward, touch your toes. Any pain?
No.
Okay. Lay on your back. Any pain here?
No.
Okay. Here?
No.
Here?
No.
Here?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Here.
So you feel that, okay. Okay, lay on this hip. Straighten up your leg. Push up to the ceiling. Relax. Push up. Oh, there it is, the glutes. Okay, lay on your stomach. What about patience? Is that hard for you? Patience.
Much better since the past 6 months. I've really been surrendering.
Push up hard. Relax. Lift up. Push up. Good. Push this way. Good. Push out to the side here. Ooh. Push out. Okay. What, that hurts? Where does it hurt?
It hurt here.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about here? No? How about here?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So it's your outer quad, your piriformis, and your glute. Okay? Those three muscles could be either on the bladder meridian or on the gallbladder meridian. Okay? Push up hard. So that's your bladder meridian. Here's your gallbladder meridian. And gallbladder meridian is something that you're interested in because gallbladder in Chinese medicine could also be detox. But detox doesn't have to be chemical, you know. Sometimes it could be emotional too, you know. So push up. Relax. So here is a gallbladder point. And gallbladder is related to spring. It's about ideas. It's about getting started. It's about planning. Do you see what I'm saying? I think you have so many ideas, so many plans, and you want to get started. You know what I'm saying? The key is to start in the right time, in harmony with things. Do you see what I'm saying? If it's snow outside and the ground is frozen, you can't go out and plant. You know, it goes against the circumstances. Now, the person that is impatient can't wait, you know. The calendar says spring, they're ready to go out and plant, and then a snowstorm comes in and there's snow and ice. Well, they're hell-bent, they're going to run out anyway. The key is, how can you find peace with your circumstances and get started when everything is ready to get started, not when your mind wants to get started. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you have this tendency to be frustrated or plan or jump into things because your mind is so inquisitive, you have so many ideas, you have to find a way to calm it down. Do you see what I'm saying? Is it sore here?
Yeah.
So what I want you to know, to do and practice is that every time you feel that tension in that sacroiliac joint, it basically means there's something your body or mind is not at peace with. The biggest things for you, am I too hard on myself, beating myself up? I don't think you do that as much anymore. Am I fearful of running out of time? Am I impatient and trying to rush into things? Am I at peace right now? Am I breathing right now, deep? And you're going to find for sure that you're not breathing deep and you're not at peace in that very moment. So how can you become at peace with that moment? Do you see what I'm saying? There you go. Feel that loosen up?
Yeah.
Push up. Do you feel that you have accomplished things, or do you still feel like you haven't accomplished enough?
I feel like I'm in like infant stages. Like everything I've done, I can literally just throw away right now. And what's next? You know?
And how come? It could have changed some people's lives completely. How could you throw something like that away?
I know.
Some people literally could have changed their life, you know? Life-changing experiences. It's this feeling of what's next.
Yeah.
You know?
What do I have to do next?
Yeah. What have you done for me lately? What's next? Lay on this hip and shoulder.
This hip?
Yeah. What's next? Push up. You know, the thing is, if you think about it, when you think what's next, how about if what's now? Because if you want to be in flow and in the zone, it's now, it's not next.
Mm-hmm.
When you think what's next, that's an anxious energy. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's where you want to get out of being in that anxious next into now. Because when we were filming that video, it was the now. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you were in the now, you didn't feel the pain. But when you're in what's next, you feel it. Mm-hmm. And you feel like you're running behind and you need to get your ass going.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, I think, because I was, and still am, very much like you. I'm just older. And I came with all those ideas when I was 24 years old, and now I'm 59. And some of them have still not happened completely. Do you see what I'm saying? But I still keep working on it. Like my book, for example. I wrote my book and I thought first, you know, when I was young, when I was 24, I'm going to be, you know, like a Tony Robbins, or I'm going to be on the Oprah Winfrey show and I'm going to have my own jet and I'm going to fly around, I'm going to help millions of people. And then the next time around, oh, I'm going to be a New York bestseller and it's going to be, you know. And then now I'm just thinking, if this book has changed one person's life, it was worth it.
Wow.
And it already has. So now, it's really not up to me. The book is there. My patients come. I give it to each patient, and it changes lives sometimes. But I'm no longer thinking, oh, why is not everyone reading this book? Why is this not out to everyone doing this? Why does this need to be all over the whole world? That, do you see what I'm saying? If it's supposed to, it will. But how could I be so egotistical thinking that there's not another way? And that if my book disappeared and wasn't here anymore, that the word wouldn't go around anymore. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm at peace with it. The book might live past me, it might not, you know? But it already has changed one person's life. And that's great. And it keeps changing people's lives, you know? And so are you. You have changed one person's life, and you keep changing people's life. But in your mind, you have this idea, I want to change 500,000 people's life. Do you see what I'm saying? I want to change 1 million's life. I want to change and save the whole planet. Mm-hmm. Well, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you do this? 1 minute at a time, one breath at a time, one person you meet at a time. And you know what? It's never what's next. It's always just right now. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, here we go. Yeah, here it is. Here's where you're holding it.
Oh, fuck.
Breathe. It's like almost like you're a little pissed off because things is not happening fast enough. Deep breathing, deep breathing, deep breathing. Don't fight it, Josh. Deep breathing. Slow down the breathing, it's too fast. Take a pause between the in-breath and the out-breath. Feel it loosen up? What happened to the pain?
It's gone.
So what did that point teach you?
Surrender.
Yeah.
Let go.
And it's God's will be done on heaven and earth, not Josh's will be done on heaven and earth. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything will happen when it's supposed to happen. You're ready to go, but universe might not be it. There you go. You still cultivate your ideas, you still keep them alive, but it's still not about what's next, it's about what's now. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And who is in front of you right now? How could you change that person's life? Instead of thinking, how could I change 500,000 people's life? Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Pain going away?
Yeah.
Good. So think of it this time, Josh. Every time there's pain, the body is trying to tell you something. I don't look upon it as bad anymore, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I look upon it as it's my teacher, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And think about how far you've come from when your back pain was chronic. And since part of this has to do with also with patience, did you hear about the guy that was praying to God for patience? Did you?
Yeah, you told me about him.
Yeah. It says, God, give me patience and give it to me now. Well, if patience is one of the lessons you're going to learn, Josh, trust me, everything is not going to happen right away. I think it sounds like it's going to be time for us to end this, because now they start the spin class on top and we get background music here too. This might be that. And my next patient is here, so everything, I guess, happened. Everything happens in flow. All right. Lift up. Push up. Push up. Lay on your stomach. Push out to the side. Good. See how much better? All right. Stand up. Are you lightheaded? How's it feel?
Good. That spot was TOBEHANSON.com. TOBEHANSON.net.
TOBEHANSON.com.